Thank you. My name is Kathy Harvieux. I live on Oak Green Avenue in Baytown. And this is the first time I've ever spoken at a school board meeting. I've attended numerous meetings at Stillwater City Hall, at Central Services, and the rare meetings that have been at Stillwater Middle School in Oakland. Typically, my work schedule did not permit me to be here before 7 p.m. for a Thursday evening meeting, so I have often watched from home after work. So although each meeting location has its drawbacks for the people in attendance, from the standpoint of a home viewer, I can say that this location has the greatest problems. And I'm only going to address the home viewer experience. The audio. The first 3 months that you were here, it was so bad that meetings were indecipherable. And recently it's much improved, thank you to whoever took care of that. However, there are still issues. When there is an interchange back and forth across the table, sometimes you get to see people on the screen. You don't even know who's speaking on the other side of the room, and you can't hear them. But the worst is what happens when a question is addressed to administration. You have half the board members turning around to face them politely, and if there's any interchange there, now they're not anywhere near a microphone, and you've lost the entire thread of the conversation. Now, maybe you can think of some way to reconfigure this so that it works better, and that would be great. But in the meantime, I'm in favor of Stillwater City Hall. The other item on the agenda, no longer on the agenda, was the funding for Brookview. And administration has proposed many changes since the voters, taxpayers, last had a voice on major expenditures. And that vote was the 2015 vote to approve the bond issue. I voted yay. Since then, taxpayers have not had a voice on school closings or sale of buildings. We've not had a vote on all the repurposed dollars from the bond issue. We didn't have a vote when a bus garage site was purchased, which with improvements is going to be twice the $3.5 million that we looked at in the bond. We didn't have a voice in the change of the meeting location or the money that has been referenced previously that was spent on this room. And we're still waiting to see playground surfaces improved at all the elementary schools. That was approved in the bond. Now the board will be considering a possible lease levy to fund the expansion of Brookview. This has consequences for every district property owner. And again, we will be shut out from having a vote if this is the funding option chosen. So I'm asking you to please give serious consideration to giving voters a voice on this building project, as well as any other projects that come forward that are taxpayer, have taxpayer consequences. Because we want to be able to trust everybody again. We want to have a voice. We want explicit language on any bond. And the last item was something that was not on the agenda, but it was a topic that consumed a lot of time at the last meeting. Ideally, I would like to see our directors return to visiting school buildings regularly to interact directly with students, with staff, and parents. I'm strongly in favor of more outreach to the individual school communities, more conversation directly with the communities who are most directly impacted by your decisions here. And I would like you to share your reports with those of us who no longer have a direct link to the schools. We want to be able to have pride in the investment of our tax dollars. Thank you all.